everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Lions will need to be on top of their game if they want to come away with win number 9 on the season. It's the Vikings going up against the Lions.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Play fake. Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Second down following the incompletion. And again, it's Bridgewater. He'll find Thielen working the middle. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Here's Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They go play action here on first down. And this one pulled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The Vikings on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Play clock winding down. To throw, Bridgewater. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up 4th. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And tough starting field position here. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. They go with Abdullah again. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play on third down for the Lions. 47 yards. So it'll be first down here after the run. From the 50, Stafford. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Stafford on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So they're operating in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eric Kendricks in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Play faked Abdullah. It's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. A dump off for Abdullah. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they started that drive from the shadows of their own end zone all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And, you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They run it again with Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Play action. Stafford. It's complete. Abdullah. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr. From that outside linebacker spot, he's able to get in there for a loss of 9. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
A give. This is Cook. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go. Way 90.
Bridgewater. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
To the ground, this time Cook. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run with Cook. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing, Bridgewater. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Caught right side, Tate. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got him in, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyrell Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Cook. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Bridgewater now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
Now Bridgewater. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Detroit getting set to go now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. And they begin the drive with a duel. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Again, it's Abdullah, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score, and the Ravens now really pouring it on. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. Here we go. On the ball, on the ball. Back to me, set, ready. Set, 280. Check three. Hey, tag 50 left.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And it's third down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set, 180. 21. Check 13.
From the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. On first down, Abdullah. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Right. Keep tight right here. Tight on the right. Tight on the right. Set. 180. 4 down. Check. 4 down.
A second down run for Abdullah. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing is Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go. Play 90.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now they try the right side here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll go on the ground. And a nice spin into some open field. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go, set.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And complete right side to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Red zone opportunity. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. On second down, Bridgewater again. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Hey, 22! Ready! 59!
On first down at Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Monday. Set. Waiting. Set. Ready.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield.
Check 26.
On second and 10, Stafford had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
For plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Again, it's Stafford. He completes it to Abdullah. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Stafford on first down. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And a 2-touchdown lead for the Buccaneers as they've just scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that
That's
answer.
cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Aguayo's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down now after the incompletion. Bridgewater. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Handoff comes to Cook. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Flush to his right. Then he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now a run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Sheldon Richardson. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Stafford now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Sherrills to return it. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. First down throw for Bridgewater. He's got Floyd out left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Let's go.
The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's got some space here. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Bridgewater now on second down. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second down, Bridgewater. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd and 5. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Bridgewater. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And some space here. The 20. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down, Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Four yards remaining now on second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw is Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Michael Floyd, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami, and adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
As they run the counter play. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first.
You